rudo rune continuity, tikarambana tudzokerana, rambana tudzokerana, rudo rune continuity, uya ndikupe, rudo rune continuity, tikarambana tudzokerana, rambana tudzokerana, rudo rune continuity, tomboudzana zvekupenga, tashaya mumba chekutsenga, toendesana kumapena kusvikana tichiva kuti iri idzenga, ndinoziva unondida ini ndinokuda, kurambana kushifta fokasi kuti madinga agaendiri pogasi ini patonasi, uya ndikupe rudo rune continuity, tikarambana tudzokerana, rambana tudzokerana, rudo rune continuity, ukandibikira zimbodza ndinonofita kwanalodza, ndikashaya usambopata ndinonoputa bute ndiro rega rinondipodza, mamini mumba usapfeka, madinga anozokutenga, michemo yangu pakupfeka ndinokoshesa demenzi dhireziwo nemicheka yakarebesa.
Yeah, let me try. Uya
ndikupe rudo rune continuity, tikarambana
pakurambana. You are on the right place, so you did not make a wrong choice at all. This is The Couch on ZTN, and the music, oh my goodness. It's the one and only Mbeu, and the song playing in the background. What's the name of the song?
Yes, that's Huya. I started Huya off the album Tikendenge.
Another way to rudo rune continuity.
Rune continuity rekuti kambonetsana, of course rudo munonetsana but mukarambana omudzokerana mudzokera.
Especially
continuity.
Continuity. Don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms. On Facebook, we are Zim Papers Television Network. On Twitter, our handle is at ZTN Sports. And of course, the big one is at ZTN News. And we are also streaming live on our website at www.ztn.co.zw. We're also on YouTube and we are simply ZTN. Hello and welcome to The Couch on ZTN. I'm Howard Musonza. Let me introduce you to the Couch squad in the studio today. For starting with my co-anchor, the beautiful, vivacious Charmaine Chasweka.
Thank you very much for joining us on The Couch. So Mbeu opening up with a show for us. I'll be talking to him later on hashtag I'm a Warrior segment. We want to find out if he's a true Warriors fan and how much he actually knows about the Zimbabwe senior men football team. In fact, let me start now, Mbeu. Tell me this one thing. Do you even know who the captain of the Warriors is?
Of course, my sister. That's Knowledge Musona. You know, Womi wangu.
Well, so he knows.
Yeah.
Mbeu is here and we'll find out more about the Warriors and his music.
So, yeah, the next member of the team on the couch today in the studio is the man who pulls no punches. He says it as he sees it. His name is Makomborero Mutimukulu. Well, we like to call him Mako Gold. He is the head of input here at ZTN. My guy, I need to say one thing. You are looking dapper, snazzy. I'm running short of superlative to describe how you're looking.
Yeah. Those are like my 4 searchings, Baba. You know, I'm dressed like the Warriors. I play like a warrior, and I'm supporting the Warriors.
In short, you are a warrior.
Hashtag I'm a warrior. Yeah, it's good to be.
I like it. You guys are looking dapper.
It's good to be here.
This is Forma's doing?
Forma's doing, Warriors doing, national team doing. Yeah.
And we also have a man who has seen it all on the football field. He has played for Baimo, Caps FC, Shooting Stars, the 2009 Premier Soccer League champions Gunners, and also dons the famous Warriors jersey. His name is Moyo. Look, you know, I was getting tongue twisted by just naming the teams that you have played for. But one thing in common about most of these teams, you know, Baimo?
Defunct.
Defunct?
Yeah.
Shooting Stars?
Dead.
Dead?
Yeah.
You go to Gunners?
Defunct.
I don't know what happened to them. Why? All the teams that you played for are now defunct.
Howard, first and foremost, I'm looking dapper as well. Yeah, Howard, you know, those are individually owned teams. Baimo got defunct because it was individually owned. Shooting Stars, Shengredo, it got defunct. And then Ghana's, we actually won the title, eh?
And
But
defunct.
got defunct.
So we can safely say
So,
that you followed the money.
It's individuals are not able to sustain soccer teams. That has been proven in Zimbabwean football.
But what I like, look, you're coming from a different sphere. He's coming from something different. But I know as individuals, you're going to stand here. So, yeah, first up on the couch with just a few days to go to the Africa Cup of Nations finals. In Egypt, the Zimbabwe national football team, the Warriors, arrived in Cairo Sunday, making their way from Nigeria after playing a goalless draw with the Super Eagles.
Well, Chidambo had the privilege to see 17 of his players in action against Nigeria, including some of the players who missed last week's COSAFA Cup, like Kudamahachi, Danny Piri, and China-based forward Nyasha Mushekwi.
Well, Zimbabwe are in Group A of the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations finals, and they will begin their campaign against the host nation, Egypt, at the Cairo International Stadium on the 21st of June. They will later wrap up their group outings against Uganda and the Democratic Republic of Congo on the 26th of June and on the 30th of June, respectively.
So, with Africa Cup of Nations 2019 finals upon us, the Zimbabwe National Football Association has courted popular musician Job Praiser to compose a new song for the national football team. From the next report, we look at how music is used in football, from the anthems to the crazy songs composed by supporters.
Crazy, sentimental, and musical when it comes to football. Yavenyama Gocha and Go Warriors Go have become a part of Zimbabweans every time the Warriors go hunting. So, with AFCON 2019 on our doorstep, the Zimbabwe Football Association has courted popular musician Job Praiser to coin a new anthem for the Zimbabwe national football team.
We know Job Praiser has quite a number of followers, and he is also a fan of Warriors, so I asked him to do a song for the Warriors. I hope that will also motivate our Warriors.
For Job Praiser, the challenge is huge, but he understands how music plays its part in all of this.
Bora rifambe pasina music and the other way around. Tinoda futi kutimbire mawarriors saka vakadadisa tinoramba tiwana zvekuvaimbira. So idea iyoyo yakandinakira zvisingaiti and tiri kuzviita mundara. Toda kuimba song magetsi chaivo.
Football songs have a more light-hearted approach. The main aim is to get the crowd singing something upbeat and jolly in support of the team, which Job Praiser understands from his school days.
I remember kuti even kusimudza morale, kusimudza mafans ebhora pamwe chete nevatambi vacho kuti vawane motivation. Even tichipinda mubhazi, kutanga kupinda mubhazi kuenda kumasports, taimba mubhazi, tichizosvika tasimudza morale kudhara. Patinozoimbirawo vamwe tiri kunze aiwa nini maimbira vangu vaiwina.
A good football song needs a catchy chorus that is memorable and easily learned by the fans.
You know how songs are, so we decided that if you can do something for the Warriors, that would be great. And at the same time, you are aware that Job Praiser is one of the best singers in Zimbabwe. That alone will also motivate our players.
Crowds beat drums and blow vuvuzelas just to make a noise. Music is a big part of football before, during, and after a match.
Kupinza vanhu mweya webhora wacho unoda music. I think pane chinhu chese zvinoda music. Zvinozongoenderana kuti music inoimbwawo kunde ipi.
Hopefully, this latest offering in the making by Job Praiser will evoke feelings of happiness and support as it connects with fans. Reporting for ZTN Sport, I'm Charmaine Chasweka.
Don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms. On Facebook, we are Zim Papers Television Network. Our Twitter handle is @ZTN Sport. And of course, the big one is @ZTN News. And we're also streaming live on our website, www.ztn.co.zw, and on YouTube @ZTN.
So, today on the couch, we will be focusing on the Warriors' final 23-man squad that's in Egypt right now. And we are asking these questions. Is this the best squad to represent Zimbabwe, this football extravaganza? What tactics will Sunday Chizambwa need to make for Zimbabwe to at least go past the group stages with these players? Now onto the squad. Head coach Sunday Chizambwa kept faith in most of the players whom won him qualification to Egypt 2019 with the Baroka goalkeeper Elvis Shpezeze, Tanzanian-based midfielder Sabanika Musoko, and Dale Nyifang striker Nyasha Mushekwi, the new additions to the squad. Well, the core of the squad, Knowledge Musona, Kama Beliat, Marvelous Nakamba, Tendai Darikwa, Alec Mudimu, George Chigova, and Evans Rusike retain their places as the Warriors read themselves for Group A against Egypt, the Democratic Republic of Congo, and Uganda. Let's now hear from the coach on his expectations at this tournament.
This is a new game altogether, and if we put our cards together, I think we could go out there and fight, we'll produce a good result for the country. It's a very tough group. We were also involved in a very tough group in our qualifiers. Come the finals, it's a tough group. But in football, I mean, you can only know the result after 90 minutes, and we're going out there. We're not going out there to add numbers. We're going to fight for the country and try and go to the knockout stages. As for myself in football, I don't believe in these target things. I only believe in approaching one game at a time, play that game. And if you have shortfalls, try and work on those areas and carry on.
So that's Sunday Chizambwa, the Warriors coach, and he spoke at length about what he's expecting to get out of the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations. So yeah, the squad is here. Our two experts, Makomborero Mutimukulu and Moyo. Now guys, this is your time now. I'm going to put you on the spot. I don't know if I'm putting you on the spot, but I'm going to start with you, Makomborero. Yeah. Sunday Chizambwa, the first man to take us to the Africa Cup of Nations in 2004.
True.
Realistically, what are we expecting from this guy? He has been there.
Well, I think you would expect the same with Sunday Chizambwa, isn't it? You would play with a team that would rather not concede goals. So you set up his toe in a defensive way. So you would expect the same cold, boring football from Sunday. It's effective football. It gets you to a place like Nigeria and you come out with this goalless draw. That's the type of football that Sunday will give you. You'd say, could you have gone pound for pound with Nigeria? But for Sunday, you're better safe than sorry.
Mo, you played against teams that were coached by Sunday Chizambwa. Yes. Now, from your day, your heyday as a player, is he a man who's capable of producing what we want? Because now this is the fourth appearance for Zimbabwe, the Africa Cup of Nations. And obviously, we want to go as far as the semi-finals, even the final. Is he the man who's going to give us that?
Howard, who wants to go to the semi-finals? You or Sunday Chizambwa?
I'm a Zimbabwean. I want to go to the semi-finals.
Howard, we've never made it past the group stage. So just going out of our group would be beautiful for us. So I think with our group, this is the best chance that we have to go to the second round.
So a second round for you is good enough?
It's good enough. And like Marco said, the way Sunday sets up his teams, we can get to the second round quite easily. Yeah.
Mm. So you spoke, about going to Nigeria, Asaba, to be precise. Yeah. Look, the way the team was set out, and we got. In my view, I thought it was a good result. Yeah, and but it brings shades of 2007. We went to Cameroon and we came out with a 1-1 draw, and we thought we were there, but we were surprised.
Yeah. Look, the thing, you and Sunday thought it was a good result. But we want to say, look, we are playing against Nigeria. Nyasha Mushekwi has got a very good chance. He blazes over. The best teams make half chances count, come out of Nigeria with a 1-0 win. But now if Sunday celebrates not conceding, not getting worried about failing to score, then we're in trouble. Here's a guy who celebrates shutting up shop. But we had the chance at the other end. We had two good chances. With a more clinical striker, we could have buried both 1-2-0 and celebrated. But now we were worried. It's the same old Sunday. He went to Mali and came up with a goalless draw. He's the type of guy who can do that. So he produced nothing new for me. So,
I know we're going to be talking about the final 23, and you speak so passionately about, you know, having a quality striker.
Yeah.
If I can just sum it up.
Yeah, true.
Mo, I'm going to come to you now. You look at the coaches that have come. You know, this campaign started with Norman Mapeza with a 3-0 win over Liberia. Then somehow things changed. And in came Sunday Chidzambwa with these blue-eyed boys. Lloyd Mutasa, Raman Gumbo. Could we have gotten somebody who's probably better than these guys? Or Norman was far better than what we have now?
In terms of the football that the fans want to watch, Norman was much better than Sunday Chidzambwa. If you watch the match where Knowledge scored 3 goals at the National Sports Stadium, that was beautiful. It was not just goals, it was the way the goals were created. It was beautiful. But going on from there, it was 2-1, 1-0, 0-0, and we managed to just find a way. But I will tell you, with Mapeza, it was much better.
I'm choosing to be optimistic here.
Yeah.
Because I like the phrases that you're coming up with, finding a way. So we found our way to Egypt. I'm sure we can find a way to the finals.
Look, this is a tournament that is unforgiving. It punishes you for the slightest mistakes. If you remember the first Africa Cup of Nations, you had Sunday Chidzambwa saying, Kaitano, kone mepo, That's an iconic statement I quoted from Sunday. He doesn't want to play it. He wants to pummel it forward. But when you play teams that are sharper and smarter, you'll be in trouble. Because the moment you pummel it forward, they get it, they come and attack you. And there is no way against Egypt you can defend for 90 minutes. You can't. It's impossible.
Mbewu is still here, and yeah, he's going to be throwing a few, you know, of those numbers that he's been throwing. But before we go to him more, Sunday Chidzambwa, what's the best possible formation that he can play?
I will tell you, Howard, Sunday will have 4 defenders that hardly cross the center line.
Yeah.
We'll have 2 defensive linkmen.
Yeah.
Before we even go anywhere, we already have 6 people defending, plus the goalkeeper making them 7. So that's how he sets out.
And you have wingers who track back.
Yeah.
We have a winger who starts with tracking back, follow your man. Including the striker will be asked to come back and be behind the ball. He'll give you this sign. This one says, he gives you this.
Okay, let's do this. Munuwese kumashure kwa Mbewu. Let's go Mbewu. Munuwese kumashure kwa Mbewu.
Chimbada unochiwanza zvanza zvako zvizere chinaiwe damba kudzwa akaonekwa nembonje pauma nembonje pauma nembonje handikurambidze kuputa mogo asi wakaramba uri pauri handichatauri nekuti zvauri zviri kundirambira chimbozvitarira pawakatangira ari mabhebi aiwa handichatauri tine namutusikana hatuzivi zvauri kana kuri kukereke hauchashauri uchachiona oye chimbada unochiwanza zvanza zvako zvizere chinaiwe damba kudzwa akaonekwa nembonje pauma nembonje pauma mwari yanenge yanyerere akatarira iwewe zvinhu zvacho wako zvichitokufaira vaunofungidzira kuti vanokufarira vachikupembedza kabhurugwa uchidembedza chigai hachishande chimbosiyana nezvipande kubva mande kusvika sande fukama hakuna mate aiwa chimbada unochiwanza iwe zvanza zvako zvizere tsvina ndamba kubudzwa akaonekwa nembonje pauma nembonje
What an Amazing song there from Bill. You're watching The Couch on ZTN. Do follow us on our social media platforms. On Facebook, we are Zimpapers Television Network. Our Twitter handle is at ZTN Sports. And of course, the big one is at ZTN News. And we are also streaming live on our website, www.ztn.co.zw, and on YouTube, it's ZTN. So we are discussing the Warriors ahead of the 2019 AFCON in Egypt. And we've been discussing the Warriors final 23 in Egypt. Is it the best squad we have to offer? Well, but for now, we have to come to you with hashtag I'm a Warriors segment. And today we have the amazing Mbeo, to talk about the Warriors and sing for us as we get into the mood ahead of June 21. Mbeo, welcome once again.
Thank you very much for having me here.
So tell me something, Mbeo. Do you ever go to a football stadium?
Yeah, once or twice, or maybe 3 times a year. But I love football. I love soccer. I've always loved watching soccer, especially on TV instead.
Okay, so did you play football when you were growing up?
I didn't get the opportunity to score, but I used to play chikwesha in the road, chikwesha in the border. But it's a sport, it's a sport that if it's very enjoyable.
True that. So we know Zimbabwe will play Egypt in that first game of the tournament. But what are you expecting?
Well, I'm expecting a 1-0 win. Trust me, guys. There's going to be a 1-0 win. Of course, they're not confident enough.
Why 1-0?
Because I'm so confident in our boys, of course, Mama games they've been playing draw, but I think they'll give it all they have.
Okay.
They'll give it all they have. I'll stick to a 1-0.
Okay, for now, I'm going to let you do what you know best. Take us to the dance floor once again.
Thank you. The next track that I'm going to play for you is titled Ziso. Enjoy. Ziso rinodza moyo zvaraona, moyo wotsvaka, moyo wotsanangura. Ziso rinodza moyo zvaraona, moyo wotsvaka, moyo wotsanangura. Zvandoona pauri zvakasiyana nezvinoonekwa nedzimwe boy dzemuraina ndikatibana kuona meso wangu kudzimaidzika nerunako ruvara rutema rwakapenyerera. Chenesa moyo wangu runako nakisa moyo wangu. Chenesa moyo wangu runako nakisa moyo wangu. Donzo raitandimire pano ndinewe panguva ino kuzozhinyira tumazino iwewe sori zvako ine ndine bima kutaurisa kuwereketa ndiko kwangu chipo changu ini zvangu asi ishungu dzangu kuti uve wangu iwewe mwana wekwaumbangu. Chenesa moyo wangu runako nakisa moyo wangu.
Wow. I think you have an amazing voice, Mbeo.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, great song from Mbeo there. You're still watching The Couch on ZTN. Please follow us and give us your comment on Twitter, on our Twitter handle at ZTN Sports, and our Facebook page, Zimpapers TV Network. Today's topic is the Warriors 23 men's squad. Is it the best team we have to offer? For this segment, I'm a Warrior segment. We have Mbeo getting us into the mood ahead of the AFCON finals in Egypt. Now, Mbeo, great song there. I mean, what motivated you to do that song?
Well, I really love my wife. I'm married, and I have a kid, and she motivates me every single day. I wake up, I see her, I have a song to write. So this song is dedicated to her, apparently.
Wow, amazing.
Thank you very much.
Can you give us a beautiful background about yourself?
Yes, I started off my musical career in 2009. I was part of church choir. I was a choir master actually. So then I decided to take music as a career, and that's when I joined Pakarepai. That was in 2010. I got the opportunity to work with the late Dr. Oliver Mtukudzi, and I learned a lot, you know. Ndokwa ndakadzidzirawo kuridza gitare, ndokwa ndakadzidzirawo even kuma vocals achitaidzidziswa kunzi ita so kunyura nekuita sei, and I'm proud that I got that opportunity.
Wow. So now I'm going to have to take you back to the Warriors. There's Egypt, there's DRC, and there's Uganda. I mean, like, which teams can we realistically say, you know, this we can beat?
Ndizoti varume vangati kudiye, but I think Uganda togona kuizvambura uma.
Why Uganda? Why Uganda?
because vakomana vedu, if you take a look at the way they play and comparing Uganda, you know, not kuti ndiri kuva underestimate along, but I'm just saying, you know, at least Uganda we have a chance. DRC, of course, we've beat them, not even once, but more than twice, you know. So Egypt is going to be a tough opponent, but we'll get through this.
Okay. So are you friends with any, you know, football player in Zimbabwe?
Yeah, I'm friends with Knowledge Musona. We come from the same,
Right.
town in Nortonburg, there, Fish Town.
Okay, so who's your favorite player in the Warriors team?
Obviously, Musona, you know,
Obviously, of course.
He's been like a brother to me. But I really admire the way he has pushed even his career up to this level.
Wow, interesting. Well, I feel you're made more for the stage, so please own it.
Why not? Definitely. Thank you. The next song is titled Dabuka. Enjoy. Kuita kungedabuka handingofana kambomubuka, kuita kungedabuka handingofana kambomubuka. Mwana anopisa uyu, kuita kungedabuka handingofana kambomubuka, kuita kungedabuka handingofana kambomubuka. Ndize ndimigira erudo pamwana undabvuma, ndimigira erudo pamwana undabvuma, ndichamuratidza shamwari nehama kuti uyu ndiye wangu. Zadaimba elele 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 handizive kuti nei uchindiviringidza pfungwa sei pandiri wanzima zvainge zvisimo ukazvivhima wandibinura nerudo wandibinura nerudo wazondikabinura nerudo murudo wanditira chivi wazondipasa nerutivi ini wandibinura nerudo wandibinura nerudo wandibinura nerudo wazondikabinura nerudo murudo wanditira chivi wazondipasa nerutivi ini wandibinura nerudo mwana anopisa uyu kuita kungedabuka handingofana kambomubuka, kuita kungedabuka handingofana kambomubuka.
Wow, beautiful.
Thank you very much.
You're still watching The Couch on ZTN. Please follow us and give us your comment on Twitter at ZTN Sports and our Facebook page, Zim Papers TV Network. We continue next with Howard and the Couch Squad. Stay with us.
Yeah, before we go to the Couch Squad, look.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah, don't forget, you know, the guys, you're looking dapper. And it's Form A. Yeah, it's all Form A. Yeah, we continue with our topic. The Warriors Final 23. Is it the best squad for Zimbabwe at the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations finals in Egypt? Well, Zimbabwe drew goalless away to Nigeria in their final warm-up game ahead of the Africa Cup of Nations in Egypt. It was a full-strength Nigeria. So, yeah, I'm thinking it's a confidence booster. but unfortunately, there was heavy rain throughout, making it very difficult for both teams to play good football. But Sunday Chizamba used 17 players in that game. Let's now look at the goalkeepers now. We are now diving into the squads. And the goalkeepers that we've got 3 goalkeepers all in all. George Chigo of Polokwane City, Elvis Chipezese of Baroka, Edmore Sibanda of Witbank Spurs. All 3 goalkeepers coming from South Africa. Moyo, 3 goalkeepers coming from South Africa. Are these the best goalkeepers that Zimbabwe has produced that can go and represent Zimbabwe in Egypt?
Oh, Chipezese. You know, Howard, I was watching a match played by Chipezese, and after the match, the fans were actually singing to him, singing his name. You know, he had actually walked to them and just acknowledge he had a brilliant match. For Chipezese, he had a very, very good season last season. And for Edmore, I don't know what to say. I think when Sandy chose him, it's because of continuity, like Beu was saying. Continuity. Because his team was actually relegated. So, and it's in the lower echelons of the South African League. And for George Chigova has actually improved. You know, I played with George at Ghana's. We used to have a problem with him when it came to crosses. He would never come out for crosses. But now he's, with his big frame, he's coming out, he's doing all that. I think it's the best that we have. Sandy did a good job.
So looking at that, I know Marco is itching, but looking at that,
I'm dying.
From the days that you played with George, you have seen an improvement?
Yes, I've seen a lot of improvement. With George, the biggest challenge was if there's a team that set out to play with crosses, you are in a big problem because he would never come out, and our defenders would say, okay, we've got a big goalkeeper there, he should be coming out, and we were losing because of that. And also he worked on his saving close range shots reaction. He would dive and then keep on the floor, but now you can see he has improved very much. He can go down, quickly come up and save again. It's tremendous now.
But Marco doesn't agree with you. Look, Marco, those 3 goalkeepers, we've got a whole host of goalkeepers here. Yo Simba Chinani from Dynamos, Tamo Mvula from Wange, Prosper Chugumba from Caps United. Panama goalkeepers are they the best?
Well, I'd like to believe that George and Elvis deserve to be there. But you look at Zikiba and say, should he have been there? He was playing NFD football and he still got relegated. So you really, but you look at it and say maybe for continuity, like more saying continuity to sit on the bench, maybe that's the continuity that we want. But you look at the goalkeepers and think, is there the future there? You're carrying 3 goalkeepers, the future. Don't we have an under-23 goalkeeper who can go there and learn and say, do you know in 2019 I was in Egypt, although I did not play, but I saw Salah scoring past Chigova, but I was there, I was motivated. That's what you look at. But I think in terms of the goalkeepers and the pecking order, I'd say George, yes, he has a weight problem. Sometimes he's overweight. That's why he couldn't get up, like Mo was saying, he was being diplomatic. George couldn't get up reaction-wise because he was sometimes overweight. But I think George at the top of the order, Chipezese, and is the keeper number 3.
Then, very quickly, I want to take you back to 2017 in Gabon.
Yeah.
We had Tatenda Mukuru there. Young goalkeeper. Is it that bad that he can't even be the 3rd person on this team?
I don't even know who Mkuruwa is. So he's that bad, yeah?
Oh, all right, let's move on. I don't want to talk about bad things here. Defenders, Teenage Hadebe of Kaizer Chiefs, Divine Lung of Gordon Arrows, Ronald Pumbizai of Bloemfontein Celtic, Atendai Darik of Nottingham Forest, Jimmy Zingai of Power Dynamos in Zambia, Alec Mudimu of Chefney Druids in Wales. Now, centre-back Alec Mudimu, who is making his debut at the Africa Cup of Nations, believes the team is geared for the tournament.
Playing with a very special group of players, you know. I don't see them as players, as teammates. I see them as brothers, you know. And we take each game as it comes, you know. We be very patient. As we do, we build up as we do. and we take things through our own time. You know, this is our game. You know, even though we're playing the host, it's our game. You know, and there's no pressure on us. You know, we do what we do best, and that's we suck at the pressure and perform. And I feel we'll do that very well against Egypt. You know, it's a group more than capable of doing such things.
So that's Alec Mudimu. He plays for Sheffield Druids in Wales. He's making his debut appearance at the Africa Cup of Nations. One of the guys who play in Europe.
Yeah.
And he's part of the defenders that we've got. And I was looking at you when I was announcing those defenders.
Yeah.
It looks like you've got a lot of question marks on the guys that we've got.
I have a big question mark on Jimmy Zingai.
Jimmy Zingai.
I have been in the Warriors camp, and I can tell you that no one sings better than Jimmy Zingai.
Oh, when it comes to even Bell?
Yeah, I'm not too sure now, but I know that Jimmy Zingai can give you a mixtape from here to Norton. He doesn't stop.
Non-stop.
Non-stop. He'll just be singing and people will just be clapping hands. But for him to make the team out of the blue, you start to question, is this a Yada Magaya connection? Because your team is staying at Prophet Walter Magaya's hotel for free, where the coach is inclined to say, look, Mwana Prophet, in terms of Kuyenda, because Prophet was a team, but Jimmy Zingai in that team, I don't think he makes the grade, with all due respect.
I disagree. Look, Jimmy Zingai, in terms of work ethic, I think no one comes better. He works very, very hard.
Is he good enough?
In terms of, okay, what he's supposed to do on the pitch, he can do it. Maybe he cannot do it better than some other people.
So why is he there?
He is.
In fact, what is he supposed to be doing on the pitch?
Yeah, this is a Sunday Marimo team, remember?
Yeah.
Jimmy Zingai is supposed to move between our goal and the center circle. And he's supposed to chase back. He's supposed to mark. That he can do. He can disturb.
What if he's afforded a goal opportunity? Because I was watching that friendly, Nigeria versus Zimbabwe, and it came to him.
And he made a mess of it.
He was the last man, and he passed on to the goalkeeper.
Yeah. Right. Let me tell you something, Howard. Scoring is not easy. It's never easy. I was a striker all my life, and it's difficult, my friend. Jimmy Zingai was scoring goals in Zambia there. Yeah, he missed. It happens to everyone. The best of the best they can miss.
Is Zambia going to the Africa Cup of Nations?
No, they're not. They won Kosovo and they celebrated like they won the World Cup.
So I think you've got an answer there. But guys, I think there's another issue here.
Yeah.
You look at those defenders that we've got. Yeah. A lot of people talking about, okay, the two men that have been trusted in with that partnership, the center halves, Mudimu and Hadebe, are all left-footed. Is that any factor?
That's an argument that I fail to get my hand around. I've tried to think about it, if they can do the job. What is the job of a defender? To stop the strikers from scoring. Can they do that? Yes, they can. So they let them play. I don't know, maybe Mo knows better, but from where I'm sitting, the guy who can mark better, defense better, should play.
More in that team. There are two left backs, Divine Lunga, Ronald Fumbezai. I'm looking at the right side of the defense. There's only Tendai Darikwa. What's going on?
I would like to believe it's coach selection from the onset, but I think we should have cover on the right back, because we don't have anyone covering Darikwa. If Darikwa gets injured, we are in for it. We do not have any natural right back.
Who should have gone?
In terms of who could have gone, I could. Okay.
Jaure?
Yeah, Patson Jaure. Why Patson Jaure? For me, I've watched all his Manika Diamonds matches that came to Harare. He still has got speed and has played that position before. And I believe he could have been very good cover for.
So can we give Sunday a call?
Even if you give him a call now, nothing is going to change. Because there's something that he believes in, and he always finds ways.
All right, let's move on now to the midfielders. Challenge Chawapio of Amazulu in South Africa. Danny Piri also coming through from the South African Absa Premiership with Golden Arrows. Marshall Munitz of Orlando Pirates. Marvelous Nakamba, the player with the biggest profile in the Warriors squad. He plays his trade in Belgium with Club Brugge. Tafadzwa Coutinho of Azam, Ovidi Karuru of Amazulu. Kama Belliard of Kaizer Chiefs. Kudakashe Mahachi of Orlando Pirates. Tabani Kamusoko of Young Africans. And talking about Tabani Kamusoko, Sunday Zambia has kept faith in most of the midfielders who have played in the qualifiers with Tabani Kamsoko. The only new addition, Kamsoko is happy to be back in the team for the finals.
And also we know what we expect from them. Since they are the host and it's their first match, so they want to win it. It's very important to us because it's going to be a major boost for us into the next game.
So they say the midfield is the engine room of the team. So I always want to look at cars.
Yeah.
And I look at how big the engine is.
Yeah.
Whether it's a V8, a V12, V8, or even a V6.
This fuel situation.
Yeah.
This fuel situation, you're looking at big cars. Okay?
Okay, let's translate to the Warriors. Yeah, we are looking for a big engine.
Yeah.
Do we have that in that selection of the midfielders that we've got?
Yeah, for Sunday, I think you have got the men that he wants. People who can snap at heels, who can kick defenders and midfielders out of the park. But I feel Tafadzwa Coutinho is lucky to be in that team. He's a guy who was going to move to Oroya. But you look at the way he played at Kosafa, I think he's lucky. But there could have been room for a playmaker. I know that Joe Ngodzo has got ups and downs. But I think in terms of passing the ball, when you have Munetsi behind you, Nakamba behind you, and Teko behind you, somebody who can pass the ball, I think he does better than Ovidi Karuru, being a playmaker.
Ovidi Karuru, is the only playmaker in the team?
Yeah, from the players that we have in midfield, that's the only playmaker we have. But
Tabani Kamsoko, what is he doing there?
Tabani Kamsoko, most likely is going to start on the bench. Yeah,
but what is he doing there?
He's just a hard worker.
No, but I would like to agree with him. Tafadzwa Coutinho, I don't think he's... okay, for a midfielder, he doesn't change speed if we cross the half. He doesn't do tackles. He doesn't give clear passes. He doesn't get into the box. I don't know what he's doing there. I don't really know why he's there. But our midfield, right and left, attacking, that's where Zimbabwe is dangerous. Knowledge, Kama, Kuda, or whoever you put out there, that's where we have an advantage. But Coutinho, no.
Coutinho, no. Let's see if these guys can agree on the strikers. So we've got the captain, Knowledge Musona of Anderlecht in Belgium, Nyasha Mushekwi, Dalian Yifang in the Chinese Super League, Tinotenda Kadewere of Le Havre in France, Nox Mutiso of Golden Arrows, Ivan Zurusika of Supersport United. And a lot will be expected from Tino Kadewere because he's largely seen as the future of the Warriors strike force. Kadewere was part of the entourage that went to the last AFCON tournament in Gabon, but never got to play in any of the 3 matches that Zimbabwe played.
Looking at everyone here, I think we are both ready. And as for me personally, I think I am ready also. I've been doing well in France, and I'm hoping that I will bring that form to the national team. And I've been waiting for this moment for quite a long time. I remember going to Gabon last time with the national team, and I didn't get enough chances to play. So I'm hoping that this time around it's going to be different, and I'm hoping that we're going to make it out of the group stages, and I'm hoping that we can make it to the finals also. It's not going to be easy, but we want to go there and assure everyone that we're going to try and make history. No one knew that Ajax from Netherlands were going to play the semi-finals of the UEFA Champions League, but they did. So people are looking down on us, but we don't want to think much about it. So we just want to go there and do ourselves the very best for the nation, and hoping that we will make it to the finals.
Kadewere, one of the strikers who's expected to be leading the line there together with Nyasha Mushekwi, the captain, Knowledge Musona. But this guy went to the 2017 Africa Cup of Nations in Gabon,
Yeah.
and for him it was a learning curve.
Did
I
he
don't
learn?
know. I don't know if he learns anything, but nearly every time that I see him, he reminds me of one Benjani Maruware.
No, he's a bit. Well, he speaks better. He speaks better than Benjani.
In terms of play,
He's basically the same guy. You know, he's the boy who does everything right, but score. He dresses well, he speaks well, but when he gets to where he needs to be and score, he doesn't score. And he says he's been waiting this for a long time. This is his chance. He wants to play. I don't see him play.
who is going to be preferred up front? Because I asked you earlier on about the formation that Movu plays, and there was an option for one striker there. Who is he going to play?
Obviously, big Nyasha Mushekwi. Yeah, because everybody is going to come chasing. So you need Nyasha up there to hold up the ball and whatever. But
why are we chasing?
Because we are defending.
We're always defending.
Why are we defending?
Because we are Sunday Chidzambo's team. Those questions. This is a Sunday team. We defend.
Yeah, we are bound to defend. That's how we're set up.
I'm looking at the skipper, Knowledge Musona, and I watched him at the Kosafa tournament. I watched him in that friendly match in Asaba against Nigeria, and somehow the touch that we know the skipper that he's got was not there. Is it because I went there, I'm a kg, because I thought there's a bit of weight there.
Well, he looks to have added a bit of weight, but I'd say this to you. You don't judge Mbeu when you hear him sing in the shower. It's just, it's just that. When you play at Kosafa, never mind what Zambia did and celebrated.
Okay, hold on. Yeah. Do you sing in the shower?
Yeah, mostly.
So you don't judge him and say, I heard him sing in the shower. He's terrible. I think if you need the man to score you goals, Knowledge is the man. He's the best guy we have in terms of scoring goals. My only problem with him is him coming to the coaches and say, you know what? I'd rather come from wide. I don't want to play center. I want to come from wide and drift inside. But in terms of scoring goals, he's our best guy. Because when Nyasha Mushekwi gets chances, like he did in Nigeria, he blazes it over. He will miss about 3-4 until he scores.
So besides scoring goals more, you were a striker all your life.
Yeah.
Yeah? Even today, Kumabuza Kwedu, you know, you're still playing as a striker. What do you look for, you know, in a striker at such a grand occasion?
Primarily, the job of a striker is to score. That's how you're measured. So, like Marco is saying, Knowledge is the only, okay, probably will come up with some goals. But Knowledge, we are guaranteed goals. He's looking fit. I actually had a chance to talk to him before he went to South Africa. And I think the injury weighed a lot on him. And also the lack of gameplay, it also weighed a lot on him. And he's now just getting back to the Knowledge we know. But as you said, I think we need to have options if Knowledge is not on the ball.
All right, so we have, you know, dissected the squad from the goalkeepers, the defenders, the midfielders, and the strikers. I think before we get out of here, let's just look at probably that first game. I know it's a key game, and, you know, looking at what we need to do. Sunday says we need to do well. I'm not too sure what he means by doing well. But what's the best result that we can get in that first match against Egypt?
Apart from individual brilliance, I will go with a 0-0. If somebody gets the ball, dribbles and scores, fine for us. But I would still give it a 0-0.
Who's going to come up with that individual brilliance?
Probably Knowledge or Kama. Those guys can work something out.
0-0.
Yeah, but the way we set out, as long as Sunday is our coach as it is, we are going to defend with everyone, including the kit manager. We will be defending.
Let's do this again. First game against Egypt.
Yes, 0-0 would have been possible, but we need to remember that George Goa is not starting. Edmo Sibanda is playing. And in the back of their minds, that back four knows that our number one goalkeeper is not there. That plays in your mind. So ideally, we need not lose against Egypt. And then the build up to this, I don't know why we were doing it. It became an us versus Mo Salah thing. But he's not the only guy who plays for Egypt. So you can make Mo Salah out of the game and he won't score, but he can still lose to Egypt. So that needs to be...
Mohamed El Neni can come and score.
Anybody can score. So this fixation with shutting out Salah, I don't know where it's coming from, but our boys have been saying it. Mudimu said it, Dariko said it. Everybody says, I'm not scared of Salah. Chidejadebe says, I'm not scared of Salah. But deep down, he should know that it's more about...
Mo Salah is not Egypt.
No, there's more to Mo Salah.
Let me throw it to Charmaine. Let me throw it to Charmaine. Zimbabwe versus Egypt, first game.
My prediction is a 4-1. I have so much faith in our Warriors. I'm telling you, you need to believe this, Howard.
Yes.
You need to believe this.
FIFA PlayStation
4-1, guys. 4-1. Straight up. What?
I just don't know what to say. You know, I've heard of predictions.
Yeah.
I've heard. I don't want to call your prediction wild. Maybe there's something that you're seeing.
Yeah, these guys have improved so much, Howard.
Who's your favorite player?
OVD.
Is it going to score?
Well, he might. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, she doesn't know. You have been watching The Couch on ZTN. Please follow us and give us your comments on Twitter at ZTN Sport and our Facebook page as Zim Papers Television Network. Don't forget to join us in our next edition of The Couch from Moyo and Makomborero Mutimukulu.
Yep.
My name is Howard Musonza and my co-anchor.
I'm Charmaine Chasweka. Thank you so much for having us on The Couch.
I didn't forget you. I didn't forget you. What's your prediction? Zimbabwe, Egypt.
I'll stick to my 1-0.
Stick to your 1-0?
Yes.
In fact, let's change it. Stick to the guitar.
Wakakosha, wakakosha, wakakosha iwe. Wakakosha, wakakosha, wakakosha iwe. Wakakosha, wakakosha iwe. Wakakosha, wakakosha iwe. Bangakuonese usipu vachikuzvidza pachena. Zuva rambuda pachina chekutya kwachena. Mwanasikana simuka uzvishandire. Mwanasikana iwe simuka uzvishandire. Bangakuonese usipu vachikuzvidza pachena. Zuva rambuda pachina chekutya kwachena. Mwanasikana simuka uzvishandire. Mwanasikana iwe simuka uzvishandire. Wakakosha, wakakosha iwe. Wakakosha, wakakosha iwe. Wakakosha, wakakosha iwe. Wakakosha iwe. Bangakuonese usipo vachikuzvidza pachena. Zuva rambuda pachina chekutya kwachena. Mwanasikana simuka uzvishandire. Mwanasikana iwe simuka uzvishandire. Bangakuonese usipo vachikuzvidza pachena. Zuva rambuda pachina chekutya kwachena. Mwanasikana simuka uzvishandire. Mwanasikana iwe simuka uzvishandire. Wakakosha, wakakosha iwe. Wakakosha, wakakosha iwe.